One of the advantages of having a to-do list is you can be looking through it and going, hey, I could actually do a no ums video. So welcome to no ums video number 87, where I report in on my continuing efforts at not public speaking, but speaking on camera. Public speaking is a whole different kettle of fish, and I don't have to worry about that one. Not my position. So I actually have quite a bit to report from the last week or so. I've published on my public channel a Dreyfus video and a Me, Books, and Money video, which is a response to a Steve Donahue, inquiring about what's your relationship between books and money. What drives you there? What shapes you there? That interaction. So I've published two videos. The second video, that response video, was very much I watched Steve and went, oh, I'd like to talk about that. And to be honest, it's sort of shocked me. It's like, oh, I do not actually spend that much money on books anymore due to shifting to ebooks, and very much shifting to ebooks where I basically just sort of buy as I go versus buying a ton of books with the possibility that some point I might actually read one of them. So I don't have, relatively speaking, a giant back catalog of unread ebooks in my on my Kindle. Everything is unfortunately through my Kindle. That's just the way of things to go. So yes, I've done that. I got a comment on one, and I've gotten two comments on. I got one comment on my Dreyfus video. I got two comments on my discussion video, which is, that's usually the thing of review videos just do not do that well. It's a very limited audience of who's going to watch you review a book, or at least there's a limited audience of who's going to watch me review a book. They actually have to be probably interested in the book. The very kind person who actually commented on my Dreyfus review, they hadn't even read the book. Their husband had read the book, and I guess enough of an impression forward that they very kindly commented on my video, but there was some tenuous connection to the book that they had, and that was what I got. I am not one of these magnetic personalities where a whole ton of people are going to be like, oh, what did John read? What did he? And let's listen to what he said about it, even though I haven't read it. Maybe it'll excite me about the book. I am not that personality, and I accept that. I'm obviously just sort of doing it for my own cogitations. The discussion video of Me, Books, and Money was more wide-ranging, so that's why I got two comments on that video so far. But we'll see. I don't know if it's going to particularly go past that. I have plans to do a digest video where I just sort of talk about a not wide, probably 6 or 10 books. We'll see how many books that I've read recently. I mean, I can definitely inflate the numbers if I talk about all the Olympus Inc. books, and I don't know if I want to go as far back as the Tinkered Star. I almost feel like I need to reread the Tinkered Star series by Gail Carriger to be able to talk about it. It'd be kind of interesting to kind of go back and reread that. I might actually do that, to be honest. That might be a nice light reading project for myself. Not going to boost my my reading numbers, but screw it if I enjoy it. I'm also at the moment with my vocal performance and all that, I am continuing to read out loud, and I'm reading The Seven Who Were Hanged by Andreev, this translation by Bernstein, which the translation and the work itself are all fall within my 1890 to 1910 project. This Russian author, very psychological kind of torment, very much inside these characters and what's going on in them, and I'm really enjoying. It's a pleasure to read out loud. That's the thing about having these books where it's like you read them out loud. It's like, oh, the books that are a little bit lesser are a bit more of a chore to actually read out loud, whereas this is just flowing really wonderfully, and thankfully has a fairly minimum number of Russian names banging up, probably because it's all within one person's POV. This the chapter I'm reading at the moment, it's this Estonian farmer Estonian laborer who's murdered who's well, ends up murdering his master. It's very much inside of him, his POV inside, so it's not like all the kind of the social things. It's very kind of internal, which I'm really enjoying. So yes, there is that. So yeah, my no umming has had a little spurt here, and using my to-do list to remind me to actually get this to do this video is a good idea, because it's a good way of me reviewing what's going on, me getting a little bit more practice of speaking extemporaneously. I have a little list here which I hopefully haven't been looking down at and going each time. I'll make a point of reviewing this no-ums video, and hopefully there's nothing notable there, so I don't have to report back in my next no-ums video about how much I was umming in my no-ums video. All right, I will leave it there. It is August the 10th, just FYI.